What's up, everybody? Welcome to the coolest Sunday night reptile show focusing on women in the world, right? Most popular. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. I'm hosting the most popular women's show in reptile. Yeah, no, I don't get it. I don't get it, man. I don't really understand what's going on here. Anyway, thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys. Listen, I know I've been putting out a bunch of controversial, from what I understand, videos. Just so everybody knows, don't mean them to be controversial. Just kind of think the common sense. But thank you everybody for watching them because we've experienced a little bit of a surge in the YouTube viewership. So I appreciate all you guys doing that for me. Anyway, let's hit these sponsors first. Get the bills out of the way. Let's see, who do we got here? I'm just trying to figure it out, man. I can't find the banners. Hold on. Up here we go. All right, Brian Bodie. Listen, Brian Bodie is never going to sell you a snake and tell you how much money you can make back from it. Okay, he's one of the greatest guys out in Vegas doing this. Hit Brian up at Brian Bodie Reptiles on Instagram. Listen, Steve Conduit from Conduit Constrictors will never tell you how much money you're going to make on a ball python. So he's a guy that you could trust. All right, he's going to be with me in Gettysburg in November, so I can't wait to see Steve. If you want, mid to investment quality animals, hell, even if you want some standards, I believe Steve always has some stuff available. Conduit Constrictors over on Instagram. My ride or die, Shane Kelly. Listen, he's never going to sell you a snake and tell you how much money you can make off it, because you know who does that? Fucking assholes do that. So if you need a quality ball python, leopard gecko, king snake, or hognose at Small Town Exotics, go follow him on Instagram. There's no E in it, okay? It's just Exotics, okay? My boy Will from Visionary. Listen, Will never sell you a snake and tell you how much money you're going to make off it, okay? He's one of the good ones down in Texas. He's still working with the puzzle and the paint projects. He's killing it. Go subscribe, Visionary Exotics, over on the old Instagram. Look at this. Yeah, basically, Lori sent me some boobs shots, and that's why she's on the show, and she sponsors. So go, Lori. Lori and Roger will never tell you how much money you can make on a ball python. They're reputable, great people. Go check them out at Great Family Snakes on Instagram. They got the stupid little underscores in there, but we're going to forgive them for that. Large March Morphs will never sell you a ball python and tell you how much money you're going to make off it. So, matter of fact, Large March might not even sell you a goddamn ball python because he's doing bugs now. So, I'm positive. I never did it before, but I'm pretty sure that Paulie will not tell you how much money the bug is going to return to your pocket. So he is a trustworthy guy. He's one of my best friends. Go check him out. Large March Morphs on Instagram. Sammy the Bull will never, ever tell you how much money you're going to make on a ball python. I mean, Sammy gives shit away, okay? So Sammy's not the guy to go to for money advice anyway. So, however, he is the nicest guy in the world. Connecticut, if you need a ball python, go to Sammy. He will never rip you off. He will never do anything shady that you see a lot of these guys doing. Sammy will give you a snake if it means getting you into the hobby. One of the nicest guys ever. He's one of my ride or dies too. Love him to death. All hail Sammy. Jay from Greenline will never tell you that you will make 3 times your money on these dumb ball pythons, okay? He's an honest guy to go to. He's a military guy to go to. He's a vet, so you could trust him. And he's one of the guys that has the Fatman approval. He is, also one of my best ride or die guys. And we're starting up the Deeds Not Words campaign again in February of 2026. So that's what we got going on here. So, Shauna, The lovely Shauna is backstage running all the shit. She just turned off her camera again, so don't really know if there's any emergency going on. But I know everybody's here for some validation. Mike Duval, what's up, my friend? Love you on all the shows lately. I appreciate it. Dickie Foster, you know I love you. Dickie Foster's another one of those guys that are everywhere. Sammy, my man. All right. I tried to do it like Denzel, but I don't know if that really worked. Let's see. Python Portal, what's up, brother? How you doing? Thank you for Jay. Jay, gotta love Jay. Me and Jay have been watching crypto all week. All right. Arachnid Cat, I'm going to see her, I believe, next week if I go to the Long Island show. So thanks for coming. 666, yo, man, Nick was a ton of fun. He showed up for, I believe it was his first open Zoom call for Reptile Keepers last night. And he's just a great guy to talk to. See a serpent, Stan. What's up, brother? How are you doing? Thank you for coming. I appreciate you. HJS, you know that my ride or dies too. I believe I'm going to be in Red Bank, New Jersey on Sunday with them for the New Jersey Reptile Expo. I think that's what it's called. Brian Bodie, fucking love you. Thank you for coming to the Zoom call last night too. All these people are Patreon people, so I feel remiss if I didn't mention that. Big Ken, what's going on, man? Hope to see you in Gettysburg. I believe that's going to be in November again. Who else do we got? We got anybody else here? Emily. Oh man, that's it. Yeah, baby. Getting the hearts from Emily. That's SR Exotics. I believe I already moved off the thing. Markham Reptiles. What's up, brother? Thank you for coming by. I appreciate you. And let's see, the big homies. Fuck, you know that's Sean, right? Sean, you've been killing it lately. So nicely done on the podcast. Fucking Jamie from Rising Phoenix. He only comes in, when people are hating me during the week. So I appreciate. That's how I know people are hating me is when Jamie comes on the show. Ashley, thank you so much for coming. We appreciate you. Let's see. She's a Patreon member too. Fucking Blake. Fucking Blake. We were literally just talking about you. So thank you for coming. Let's see. Gloria's literally the person I singularly most respect in the industry. I also owe her all the respect because I was drunk and put my foot in my mouth once. Yeah, you did. Irresistible's Nikki. What's going on, babe? How are you doing? Hope you're doing good. Swell. We're using a leave it to beaver word on this podcast. 319, Chris. Thank you so much for the advice the other night. WW3. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you. We're going to be keeping the videos up, right? All right. So let's see here. I know that you're not here for me, right? Like, I don't matter. I'm just a fucking number to you people. What we're going to do is we're going to bring on the lovely Lori Gray.
Hi, guys.
What's up, good looking? Where you just got back from Europe. You're bougie.
Yes.
You're a bougie bitch now.
Yes,
Right?
I am definitely a bougie bitch.
Yes.
Yes.
Tell me how that went.
Yeah. It was great. We had 3 weeks, sans kids, in Europe. We hit up 5 different countries and came back home. It was fantastic. It was a great anniversary celebration.
20 years.
20 years.
20 years. Okay. And did you work this trip around Ham, or did Ham just happen to happen?
No, we started planning this trip like back in January. And we're looking at different places to go. We talked about going to Antarctica. We talked about going to Australia. We talked about going to all sorts of places. And ultimately, we ended up hitting Europe and planned it for the fall so that we could attend Ham this month.
Okay. Antarctica. Can you? I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah, you can actually. It's like 50 or 60 grand a piece. But yes, you can go and do a cruise to Antarctica.
But how far do they let you go? Because that's where the wall is at.
So you can go, like, fly down to like Cape Cod, I think is where we were going to be getting on a boat, and then you would
Cape
go.
Cod is in Boston.
Not Cape Cod.
Right. You said it.
I know I said it,
All
but
right.
whatever it is down at the base of Africa, I forget. Whatever it is down there.
Cape May?
No, fuck, I don't know what it
And
was.
that might be in
Way,
Australia. I don't fucking
way
know.
down there at the base of Africa, you can get on a boat and go down to Antarctica. And you
Okay.
don't spend like a whole lot of time on Antarctica, but like there's different cruises and stuff that you could take to go around and actually step foot on Antarctica.
I don't know, man. Last time I heard there was giant spiders down there. There's
I don't.
also a patch of Greenland down there that they had a UFO
Cape
Cape
Horn?
Horn. Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
Sure.
Okay,
One of the
yeah.
capes.
So yeah. Aliens got down there, and there's Nazis down there too. And
We'll just
yeah,
have a big old party then, because that is
I'm
one
just,
of my bucket lists is to put my feet on every single continent.
yeah,
So
but yeah, you know,
I'll get
once
there
you hit
eventually.
once you hit like 50, you'll be like, it all feels the same. All right.
There's only 7 continents.
That doesn't, I'm just saying the ground feels the same wherever you are. Okay. All right. So you went to Ham. Talk to me about Ham. Did you, you probably didn't pick up anything from Ham, right?
We did not pick up anything. We looked, but nothing really stuck out to us enough for us to pay
Right.
that export fee. Um, and we spent 2 days there. One to walk around the city, and then the second one was to go to the show. And then we traveled to finish our trip after that.
Well, yeah, because not many people, like people hear of Ham and they're like, oh, Europe's giant show. It's really not that big. You could get through it in a day, right?
You have to, because it's only 5 hours long.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You have no choice but to do it. We were there, so we got in line late after they had already opened and stuff, and we stood in line for probably an hour before we even got to the door to pay to get in. Like the line
Right.
was around the corner of the neighborhood for us to stand in. It was crazy. Um, and then by the time we got in there, we walked around and probably spent 2.5 hours just walking around looking at everything,
Right.
making sure we saw everything.
Did you see any of the more well-known international people?
If we did, I didn't know who they were.
Yeah, or it's like I
But I
don't pay
mean,
attention to this shit. Yeah.
I don't know very many of the European vendors. There was one from the UK that we actually purchased some double het Azanthic monarchs from earlier this year, and
Okay.
I don't know if she was there or not. Then there was somebody that we shipped a snake to over in Germany, and I remember the messages saying that he was going to be there, but I don't know. I never saw his table or anything. Most of the
Right.
tables that we that I mean, most of the tables that we passed by didn't have signage. So I
Right.
don't.
Right. It's not like
If you
Tinder.
don't know who they are,
Yeah.
you have no clue who they are. Like it
Yeah.
was very different.
Yeah.
So
And it's also split up a lot more than people
yes,
realize too, right? It's
yeah.
not one big room.
It's
Okay.
not one massive room. You've got to walk through like 3 or 4 different spaces.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. So you didn't pick anything up, and
Mm-mm.
you came back when last week, right?
Yeah, we came back a week and a half ago.
Okay. So you guys have been doing this for a bit now, right? I would say 5 years you guys have been doing it for now.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. We
Talk to
started in
me
2020.
about not how it changed, like the hobby changed, but talk to me about things that surprised you, both good and bad, now that you're looking at it from a totally different perspective, right, than you were coming into it. Like you can't be looking into the whole thing, as like, oh, I'm the same happy-go-lucky, great family snakes that we were 5 years ago. Thank you,
Uh,
Brian.
so definitely not the same happy-go-lucky. We do have a lot more snakes. I am way more involved than I initially planned to be, um, which is okay because I like it. I When we started, I told Roger, "You can have as many snakes as you want. I'm not cleaning cages. I'm not doing any of the feedings, and that's all you. Like, I can help sell snakes. That's easy. I'll hold them. That's easy. I didn't want to do any of the other stuff. Guess who does most of the maintenance?
I was going to say, aren't you doing most of that now? I
Yeah.
actually, I think that you're working it more than Roger is.
I do actually.
Yeah.
I do majority of the physical labor. Our oldest daughter helps out now too,
Right.
but he does most of the online stuff. He'll do all of the Morph Market account, and
Mhm.
making sure everybody is posted and documented for sale.
Right. Okay. And is there anything that you look back at now and say, "Oh, I can't believe we thought that was going to happen," or I can't believe this is 10 times more work than we originally thought it would be." Like there had to be like some eye-opening moments where you're just like, this wasn't in the brochure, you know?
Yeah, the maintenance part is definitely not what I signed up for. Um, but I mean, it's okay. I have to clean way more poop than I would prefer. Um, but
Well,
it,
also you
it's
don't
okay.
just do ball pythons, right? You're doing Sanzinia
We
and
have
all,
Sanzinias,
but
and
like
they are disgusting.
they crap
Oh,
a lot more. Yeah,
oh
like
my
they
gosh. They make such a nasty mess. It's so
yeah,
gross.
and they
And that,
all
so we
love to
have,
crawl in it.
yeah, they roll around in it. We
Yeah,
have the perches for them to hang on and stuff, and they get it all over that, and we have to sit there and scrub those because they're like 3D printed, so they have
right,
the little grooves.
right.
I've got a toothbrush so that I can clean all of the crap out
Oh,
of the grooves
oh, a shit
because
toothbrush.
it's
Right? Yeah,
so gross. So gross.
not cool. Oh, Jesus. Well, I mean, has your profit projections stayed on point from when you first started, or do you
They're
not have any?
we're definitely still in the red, but if you look at everything like overall, we're pretty much even, because of the amount of inventory that we have is still equivalent to about what we've put into it. Um,
Okay.
so I mean, we're okay.
Well, and you have been doing some shows too, right?
Yeah, we do shows quite a bit, which of course adds into the cost. So
Yeah. Well, what are you just doing local shows now, or are you going away for shows? Like, are you doing like I remember you? There was a possibility you were going to do Bob's, but you
yeah,
ended up not doing it. Yeah.
we didn't get into Bob's show, so we didn't even go and attend that one just for fun. We scrapped that one off of our books, this fall also, and we do travel for shows. We're going to be at AARPE in Nashville next month,
Mm.
October 25th.
Right.
Um, and then we'll be in St.
That's
Louis in
Troy show,
November.
right?
Yeah. Troy
That's
show.
Troy. Yeah. Okay. And where
Yeah.
are you going to be in November?
November we'll be in St. Louis for the NARBC.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and I think it's almost like you have to do an NARBC now, but like St. Louis or Schaumburg in order to kind of etch your way into the Tinley thing, right?
Yeah. Well, and we
But
did Daytona back in August too. That's our second time to have been there.
okay, how was that?
Surprisingly less traffic than the first time. First time
Right.
it just felt so much busier last year. This year it looked like there was way less client, customers coming through the doors. It just seemed way more open.
Do you,
Lots of downtime.
well, I mean, Tinley is always like 30 feet in between the aisles, or not Tinley, Daytona.
Daytona.
It's
Yeah.
always like 30. But like they still did the two rooms this year, right?
Yes.
I don't understand why they do the two rooms. They could fit everything in one and still have 10 feet in between the aisles, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I guess they really want to make everybody have plenty of space.
Do you think that the traffic was down because of the Georgia show the week before?
I don't know. Actually, that's a good theory. I don't have a clue.
Yeah, because what I've heard, I haven't been to Daytona in 3 years now, and maybe even four. Uh, there's no like everybody stays at Airbnbs now, right?
Yes.
So like the hotel hangout part that was so fun
is
about
slacking.
Daytona is not even there anymore, right? So for people like me, I didn't go down to the show because the show is an average show at best. I would just go down to see people.
Yeah.
Uh, but now, if everybody's going to be at a separate Airbnb, that's a lot of driving, a lot of hopping for a guy in a wheelchair. I'm not going to do that, So there's no. It's like I may as well go to Tinley, where everybody's kind of confined to one place. So,
Yeah.
um, was Daytona a good Daytona for you, sales wise, though?
Oh no, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. We sold two normals and we didn't even get full price for either one of them. It was
Oh,
terrible.
discount
Absolutely terrible.
normals. Why?
Yeah.
Why do you think that's the case? Do you think like people are just not into the projects that you're in, or do you?
So yeah, that we had specific stuff that we were trying to get rid of. We had a bunch of triple hets on our table, but they were specific jeans from our project, and they were nice jeans. But if you're not working those projects, you're not going to want those snakes.
Right.
So
So does that base future decisions um, of doing shows off of that? Like, are you
no,
just like we're real specific? So unless you're looking for this, the show's not going to pay off for us.
no, it just we'll still do all of the shows and stuff. It'll just determine what we take to the shows depending on what kind of show it is.
Mm.
I mean, because we
And,
know we know lots of people were doing different projects. It just happened that they weren't doing that. You know, they didn't need the ones that we had available.
right.
So it's fine.
And what's your table setup? Is it like an end cap or is it just one table? Like,
No, it's just one table right now. For Daytona, it was just one table. For AARPE, I think I just got the one table because a lot of our stuff is still really small, so we'll be able to
right.
fit everything on one table. We won't take everything with us yet.
Are you just bringing ball pythons or are you bringing other things?
No, just ball pythons right now. Our Sanzinias haven't been paired yet. They're just now getting to breeding size. And we
Right.
just finished building that cooling room that Roger's been
Right.
working on so that we can have a controlled temp to test out how breeding goes.
Well, the Sanzinia are what 3 to 4 years before you could breed them.
Hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And how many do you have?
We have 8 total, 4 Easterns and 4 Westerns. The Westerns are the ones that are breed ready.
Right. Okay. And what's the clutch yield for them
Uh, I don't remember how
or birth
many.
yield? Yeah.
Yeah, the birth. I want to say that they give like 12 or 13. I don't remember honestly.
Okay. All right. And is there anything else that you're into?
We picked up our first Dominican mountain red mountain boa this year,
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
female,
Okay. Yeah.
and we're gonna get a male from Bravo Zulu when she's got some ready.
Oh, she's awesome.
Hmm.
Um, I can't remember her first name for the life of me now.
Eileen.
Eileen. Yeah, Eileen Jarp. Yeah. Um, cool. And actually, the boas are. It's kind of like a nice way to get out of the ball pythons a little bit, so that you have a little bit more at your table. I
Yeah.
guarantee you tell Bob, um, Ashley, and Brian Potter, and anybody at any show that you have balls, Sanzinia, and
Sanzinias.
boas, they'll let you right in.
Oh, sure,
Yeah,
absolutely. If you've got Sanzinias, I mean, they're hard to get into the shows right now because
right,
everybody's got them on a wait list. As soon as they're
right.
hatched, they're gone. So yeah, I'm sure if I mentioned that we had some of those ready, we'd get in anywhere.
Yeah, nice. Okay. Now,
We saw some of those in Ham, actually, and we were really surprised. They were way cheaper than what they are here in the States.
I'm surprised you even saw them in Ham, really.
Yeah,
Okay.
we saw one or two,
Mm.
um, and they were like 700 euros.
Which is what, like 825 American?
Uh, yeah, give or take.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
It's crazy.
Um, yeah, because we were just in Canada, and even I was walking around the show like, shit, I want to buy something just because of the money that you'll save being here. because I think for us, we got like $1.40 or $1.42 for every dollar we spent. So it was definitely like there were things where I was like, maybe I should buy this and just have it, mailed to the house. But I ended up not doing anything. Um, but I get the whole conversion thing. I love the whole conversion. I mean, you probably didn't love it as much because it's more there, right?
Uh, I it wasn't. Um, I forget what it was. I because we just got euros. Like I didn't do any of the conversion math. I don't have a clue. I just let Roger do it all. It's
What,
fine.
what what the hell, man? I consider you a smart person.
I
I
am
would
a
think,
smart person, but
like
I'm
I had
also blonde,
15
so
minutes
sometimes
laid
when
out.
it comes to money, I don't worry.
I had 15 minutes in it laid out for this to talk about the money, and now you're telling me I don't know. I'm like,
I don't. I just trust Roger with all of the cash, and
okay.
he makes it happen. He just says, "Here, go spend this," and I'm like, "Okay."
Mm, man, I wouldn't think that you would be that. Yeah, I didn't think that you would be that wife, but okay. I
It
kind
just
of figured
depends
that.
on the situation.
I
When I'm on
apparently,
vacation, I like to shop. I like to buy souvenirs. So
yeah. No, I gotcha.
I'm
Um,
gonna go shop.
where are you going next year?
I think we're looking at taking the kids actually back
Oh,
to Europe
why would you do that?
because it was really pretty.
Why? But like you're ruining
Uh,
the whole point of
well,
going.
we wouldn't go for as long as we did, obviously, because that would drive me insane. To
Yeah.
have them for 3 weeks on a vacation. But just to take them and let them experience another country for a little bit, I think would be very beneficial at their age, because
Right, but
my
how old are they?
oldest three are preteen teenagers. So to give
Okay.
them experience outside of America would be good. My
Okay,
youngest
so
is 4.
yeah, he doesn't even remember what
He
happened
Yeah,
yesterday,
I mean
right?
it's
Yeah.
not so good for him, but it's good for the other ones.
Yeah, all right. So leave him home with the grandparents. And what's the next oldest kid?
He'll be 11 next month actually.
Ah, shit. Yeah, man, now
And
you
then I
got
have
to
a
take
12-year-old
him.
old and a 14-year-old. So
Oh, that's yeah. I can't
they
even
need experience.
I can't even tell you how gross all this sounds, but okay. Now you got a vacation that costs like $80,000, and now it costs like 150 grand because you're taking extra people with you that you don't need.
No.
Ah,
No.
gross. Not
It
necessary.
no. It actually wasn't that bad for us to do Europe.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's all the
I think Roger said it was only like 10 grand for the 3 weeks. I don't know how he did it, but he did it.
yeah, no, that's
So
we were talking about going to Japan about a month ago for next year, and the guy I was talking to was like, "Yeah, I think we'll go for about a week, and it'll cost about 10 or 12 grand for the week." And I'm just like, "Oh, really? Like, like that's a lot of money to spend on something that I don't care. I'm going to go to Japan. I'm going to even in a wheelchair. I'm going to look like Godzilla. If I'm walking, I'm going to look even more, out of place than that. So I don't know, but that's yeah. I could
yeah.
see going to Europe for 3 weeks for 10 grand. That would that's kind of worth it. But still, don't take the kids. Trust me. It's
We would go for just a week. One of the things that we did was go to Disneyland when we went to Paris, and so we thought we would, take them to Disneyland and let them compare that to Disney World because they've all been to Disney World and had a
oh
blast.
man, yeah, that'd be pretty funny if you the kids are like, yeah, ma, this Disney World in Paris is very similar to the one in America. This one is just more gay. Like, why would you like that's something that you don't even need to do. They could just say, "Ma, how's Disneyland in Paris?" You could just be like, "Gay as fuck." All right,
So
and they don't got to
I'm
take
a
it.
I'm a big Disney geek, so I love Disney. That was
Oh,
like one
you're
of the
one of
main
those.
things that I was like, Roger, we're gonna be in Paris. We have to go to Disneyland because
Oh,
each Disney has a different princess castle. So like the one in Florida has Cinderella's castle, and the one in Paris has Aurora's castle. That's Sleeping Beauty.
ah, okay.
In case you didn't
You,
know.
Do you know that I didn't even know her name? Okay.
Most
So
people don't.
Sleeping,
Most people know her as Sleeping Beauty,
right.
but her name
Okay.
is Aurora.
Okay. And what about the one in California? Did you ever go there?
I have not been to that one yet. And I know
Yeah.
that it's got it online, like where all which ones have the different castles, but I don't remember.
Yeah. I used to live right next to there, and I don't know. I never went. I did go to Knoxbury Farm, which was always kind of fun.
I've never heard
And
of that.
oh my God, really?
Mm-mm.
The people that make the jelly, all right?
I don't know.
What the hell, Lori? God damn it! For an educated woman, you
I
certainly don't
never
know
heard
the
of it.
basics. Uh, now, have you developed any new hobbies that aren't snake related in the last 5 years, or have they been taking up so much of your time that you're basically stuck with this hobby for the rest of your life?
I have not developed new hobbies. My other hobby has been put on hold, and I don't get as much time with it because of the snakes.
And what hobby would that be?
Embroidery, machine embroidery.
Holy Jesus Christ!
I sew.
Oh.
Yes, I sew. And I do quilting too. So that it's limited time now.
All right, everybody. Lori Gray, Great Family Snakes. We really just have nothing to talk about now. You fucking embroider. Like,
Yeah.
why you're way too young to be embroidering. What's that all about?
Well, so it actually started when my girls were little. I really wanted them to have the personalized embroidered shirts and stuff, but I didn't want to pay $40 for a embroidered shirt for a 2-year old, and she's going to outgrow it. I just didn't want to do that. And so I bought a machine to do it myself, and I can, the depreciation in that machine, it makes it worthwhile because I've been able to use that for doing all sorts of stuff in addition to making the shirts for my girls when they were little.
You know, you could just get those ninja transfers now and
Yes,
just
you
buy
could.
the little machine that gets you on it. Yeah.
Yes, you
Yeah.
could.
Uh, I am making a 2-year old anything. All right. That's just,
Because it was super cute.
that's,
Super cute.
I don't think it's
I
as good as you thought it was.
I
Okay.
am one that dressed up my girls when they were little. They had all sorts of um outfits, like super cute outfits with the little frills and tutus and all sorts of stuff. And my husband hated it. He said they
Yeah.
looked like clowns. And I said, "Well, you have a clown for a daughter then because they're adorable."
Yeah. No, it's, look, hey, it's your thing. I'm not going to say nothing.
Well, I mean, they're middle schoolers now, or middle school, high school. They don't wear cute stuff. I don't get to dress them anymore. It's
Yeah.
fine. I took advantage when they were little.
They all dress like hookers now, right?
No, I
So,
don't let them. Oh my God. Whew. It's a battle every day.
yeah, I would imagine. Right? Are any of them helping you with the snakes?
Yeah, the 14-year-old helps me. She actually just changed all the tubs out and made everybody fresh water today um, because we had a girl coming. We were paying somebody to come, and she finished high school and went off to college. And so my 14-year-old is giving it a shot before I hire somebody else to do it.
Gotcha. Okay. And how many do you have nowadays?
Right now we're maybe 150ish, and we've got 4 more clutches in the incubator and one more expecting to be laid in the coming weeks.
That's a lot of snakes, man.
It's a lot of snakes.
But,
Yeah.
are you doing your own rats too?
Oh God, no.
No, right?
No.
Uh,
We have frozen thawed, and if I need any lives, I go get them from Jason and Whitney at Beauty and the Balls.
right.
Um,
Okay.
but I hit a issue this week or last week because they don't have they've been moving into their new house and their new
Right.
facility. They don't have their new rat racks yet, so they can't expand their colonies, and they don't
Right.
they barely have enough to feed their own hatchlings because they have way more than I do. Um,
Right.
and then our local store that I go to has been down on their supply because everybody's been going to them for their stuff. And I was like, oh, crap, how am I going to get my hoppers for these new babies? I called down to somebody else an hour away, actually two other people, and they were both like completely out. They couldn't help me. I was like, what am I going to do? I just went and got rats.
Yeah.
I just got them some pups, and all is well. But it was frustrating because I'm pretty strict on how I do everything. I'm a little OCD in that way. Like
Right.
I do everything standard. You know, I'll give them two hoppers for their meals, and then I transition them over to live rats, and then I transition them over to frozen, and I try to stick to that little thing to get them better odds of transitioning. But it's okay. They're all good. They're eating rats. I don't have to worry about hoppers until these new guys
Right.
come out.
Yeah. Whitney and Jason are killing it on the new house, huh?
They are. Oh my gosh.
That's
I got a tour before I went to Europe. Um, I went out to get rats to feed, and Whitney walked me around their new facility, and it is massive.
yeah. Yeah.
It is
Uh,
so big.
very cool. I'm glad they've been killing it too. So now you're 5 years in.
Yep.
Are you maintaining? Are you building an outbuilding? Are you just gonna keep what you're keeping now? What's
We
going on?
we are maintaining right now. Last year, we actually put some of our kids to share a room, and the room that I'm in now was my son's bedroom, and we converted it into one of two snake rooms. My office is actually adjacent to this one, and we have an open doorway in between. So we have I call it my office and hatchery because the incubator and all of the hatchlings are in that space, and then this is our main collection, all of our breeders and adults in here.
I actually kind of like that because you're showing the kids where they stand right off the bat. Where you're like, yeah, you're gonna have to share a room now because
Yeah.
we need another snake
Sorry.
room in addition to mom's office. Okay,
Yes,
so
that's right.
yeah,
Exactly. That's
yeah,
right. You got less space because mom needs more.
that's right. All right, so are you gonna keep it? Like, do you have a plan to move it outside the house?
We don't have space to move it outside the house, and we live in an HOA, and they're really picky on stuff right
Oh
now.
yeah, yeah,
So it like anything that we want to do exterior, we have to go get approval for, and it's really annoying.
right,
Um,
yeah,
so if we have growing room in here still, a little bit if we need to. Um, but if we have to expand more, we'll move out into the hallway, and the Sanzinias will have their space um, when he gets the cooling room truly completed.
right,
Um, so we'll just have snakes everywhere.
yeah. That's crazy. You're living like Corey Martin right now. Do you have snakes in the dining room?
Not anymore. That's where these guys used to be before we got them in
Gotcha.
here.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
moved them from the living room.
Well, actually, so you're not at a profit stage yet. You said,
Nope,
right?
nope.
Okay. How long do you think until?
Uh, well, a lot of our thing is because we keep purchasing the equipment to expand and build up this space. And we did the remodel for this space last year, so that went into our cost a lot. Um, I think if we would stop purchasing, more racks and expanding things, we'd probably be okay if we just start selling and just maintain the shows and selling online.
Well, you know what's great about not having profit for so long is that you're just used to it. So you really are kind of doing it because you like the animals. You know,
Oh, absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah, we're definitely not doing this to make a ton of money and to make it our full-time jobs. I
right,
mean,
right,
we both have 9 to 5s, and
mm,
that's our main money maker. This is
right,
just for fun.
right, right. And do you think that you'd maintain so many even once the kids are gone, or do you think you'd maintain more because you have a ton of
More
room?
space.
Yeah,
Um that's an excellent question. I probably would have more as the kids outgrow, and move out and off to college or whatever. I would have to limit it though because I do want to have space for them to come back and stay if they
well,
need to.
here's a plan. I already thought about this. Okay, we're good. Okay, you keep one room for the kids.
Oh yeah.
Okay. This way they could still come back, but also more than one cannot come back at a time, right? So you only
Well, that's
have
true.
one, okay? And then you have more room for your animals too. So
That
that's
is true.
fair, you know.
That's true.
You know,
My office, the hatchery, actually has a Murphy bed in it, as a guest bed. So like while we were in Europe, um, the my mother in law was here, and my parents were here to stay, to take care of the kids, and they stayed here, um, in my hatchery, and it works well. So
yeah,
we could just use that when my kids want to come back,
yeah, and be like, we
and
only
be
have
like,
one
hey,
bed. You guys
sorry,
choose. Yeah, and then
you
at the
can
very
stay with
minimum,
us.
you can make them get a hotel. They don't have to be
Yeah,
with you.
that's true.
Uh, because whenever you ask somebody what the best time of their lives were, they always say before my kids were born or after my kids left, right? But they kind of glaze over that 18 to 25-year-old prison sentence that's there in between. Um, are you, and I don't know if this is a mom question or not, but will you be happy when the kids leave? Or will you be like, oh, this is depressing now. I'm so sad.
I think it will be a little bit of both. I will be initially sad because I did my job and they're out on their own and they don't need me anymore. Um, but at the same time, I will be ecstatic because my house would be quieter.
Yeah, no, what you
So
basically
much
did right
quieter.
there, what you did right there was you kind of put a hierarchy on your children now, right? Because it sounds like you'll be glad that some of them are leaving, but not glad that other ones are leaving.
Oh no,
So,
I'll be glad that all of them eventually leave the nest. But there's a 6 year gap between number three and number
yeah,
four.
yeah.
So it'll be a while.
Do you have a hard limit though on an age that they have to be out by?
Um, No, we have not set a hard limit. We have said that they can stay with us if they're going to be going to a local college. If they don't want to stay in the dorms or get their own apartment or something, then they can stay with us. But they would have to have a job and they would have to contribute and things like that. Um, but we've not set a hard limit of you have to be out by X years
Okay,
old.
I'm just gonna give you a number. 23, right? 23
Uh,
gone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very likely. I mean, I don't know that my kids will want to stay with us after
yeah.
they reach
No,
a
that's
certain
true.
age anyway.
Yeah,
So,
I could see that. Okay.
I mean, I was 18 and went off to college, and the only reason I went back to stay with my parents was a 6 week time period between the time I graduated high school or the time I graduated college and my wedding day. We stayed with my parents for 6 weeks, between that time, and then we were done. I have not stayed at my parents' house since.
Jesus, you got married young, huh?
Yes, 21.
Oh, that's crazy. I mean, Roger's a good-looking guy and everything, but 20 years of Roger, I don't know.
You'll know.
Right?
You hang out with them. You'd know.
No, no, I definitely know. So, have you guys hit the milestones that you guys have wanted to hit when you first started by this point?
Um, Clutch wise, yeah. I mean, because I don't know that we set really any milestones aside from how many clutches we wanted to increase every year. I don't think we hit really any dollar milestones, but like we started our first year breeding, we had two clutches. The next year we had like five, and then we had like 7 or 8, and we did have one year where it just backfired because we had some mites come back from a show with us, and
Oh,
that was terrible.
yeah,
Um, so that was a bad year. But this year we had 14 clutches of the 20 that we were trying to make. So
right.
not bad.
Well, and have you hit any milestone animals though that you wanted to hit
No,
when you came into it?
no,
No.
not that I can recall. We've been working a lot of long-term projects. I mean, he's got them planned out for like 20 years. The genetic testing has really helped us pare things down though, so we won't have to breed to prove things out.
Right.
So it does shorten the time for our projects.
Hmm.
But we've kind of added additional projects and modified the projects that we were working with, because we got our pastel monarch het genetic stripe from the Harbins
Hmm.
last year, and so we kind of shifted gears and started to add monarch into things. And he was a powerhouse. He paired with 6 females this past season, so we got a lot of het monarchs.
Oh, okay. And also, when you came in, I don't remember. I don't remember you guys talking about Sanzinias and boas and
That's
expanding. The,
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
true.
So
That's
yeah.
true. We did not have Sanzinius to begin with. He started researching other snakes, and he's wanted to get like sand boas, and he's wanted to get uh like a mandarin.
Like a
Is it
rat snake.
Yeah, mandarin
Yeah.
rat snake,
Mhm.
and different things like that. He had me hold a sand boa, and I was like, it doesn't grip you. Like I
Yeah.
was like, I just held it on my hand and it just like fell, and I was like, no, it's too flaccid. Like it's got a grip. It's got to be able to hold on. I can't just that's not going to work for me.
Go ahead. You could say it like a good D. All right.
That's right. It's
Right.
got to be stiff.
Right. Yeah, there got to be
Uh,
some friction on the bottom where it could
it's
stay on
it's
my arm if I'm just holding. Yeah, but the
that's right.
sandbow is just so boring anyway, right? Like, they're
Yeah.
always hiding. They're never out and about. I mean, it's
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised that he would even be looking into those.
Yeah, and he
Um,
was he was also looking at getting some African egg eaters.
right,
Um, but the issue with that is trying to find the eggs that they would need as babies. We didn't really have a good is it finch eggs? I think a
right,
good supplier local that he would
right.
be able to get eggs from. So we didn't
Hmm.
go and get any of those.
Yeah, but the Sanzinias, I mean, I think that's a good choice,
Oh,
and
absolutely.
also the mountain boas are awesome because they're not going to get giant. You know, I don't think they're going to get 8 foot of muscle. Okay.
No, no,
Yeah.
and this girl, I'm so used to the balls and the Sanzinias. They're about the same length, the same size, as babies. We got this mountain boa, and she is so tiny. She was like 25 grams when we first got her, and she's only up to
Right.
41 grams now, which is like still super super tiny. I'm like
Right.
I'm afraid to hold her because she just looks so fragile,
Right.
and I don't like
Yeah.
that she musks on me every time I touch her. But
Well, it happens. I'm sure it's not the first. Okay. All
just
right.
gross.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. So 5 years from now, going into 2030, what's Gray Family Snake's going to look like?
Hopefully, we have some success with our projects. We're what we love the Azanthic, so we're still putting Azanthic to everything. We do have some pretty cool combos that we're trying to work out with Azanthic, and hopefully we get them and we make some world first that way before anybody else.
Right. Right.
Um,
But do you think that doing a world's first is even that big a deal anymore?
no, not really, but it's just we want to make unique looking snakes, even if it's not necessarily a world's first.
Hmm.
Even if we do end up making them after somebody else, like it's still unique stuff that's just really cool to look at.
Yeah.
So that's our goal, is to make some really pretty unique snakes.
And what are you going to average these things out price wise, right? When you finally do make them, because the price, I mean, they've been coming down so fast, right? Well, like for
Yeah.
instance, I'm going to use Kat as an example. Okay. Um, she did a post today where she just got a Batman, right? And Batman's what, 4 years ago?
Yeah.
were thousands and thousands of dollars, and now they're what, $30? Like fucking people are just giving them away. What are you gonna do to offset the amount of money that you put into it versus what you're going to sell the animals for? Because there is going to be,
There'll
you
be a
know,
drop.
especially
Yeah.
within a couple of years, there has to be like a happy medium where you know, like you could just be like, hey, a pretty snake is going to cost $1,000, and that's all we're going to be able to get for it. But we could sell many pretty snakes at $1,000, right?
Absolutely.
But the thing
If the
is that
right person comes along.
you put in a lot more than $1,000 to make these animals, right?
That's true.
So what do you think the solution is to
I
these
don't know.
price tags?
Honestly, I leave all the money and the pricing and stuff to Roger. Honestly, I like making the snakes. I like helping design and plan the pairings to see what kind of combos that we get out. So when it comes to the cost and trying to price everything, I, that's all Roger.
Well, do you think Roger at any point would be like, it's just not worth it to breed these if we could only get $300 for them?
Oh, absolutely. He tells me
Yeah.
that all the time when I
Oh,
want to go.
okay.
When I
Right.
want to go do all the shows, he's like, "Why are we going to do this?" I was like, "Because it's fun. Like that's where I get my social energy is from doing all of the shows and talking to people." Um, he would much rather just sell them online and not deal with the show aspect. But I like being able to show everybody at the shows what the snakes look like, talk about the genetics, have them physically hold it, and and hopefully they walk around, walk out with their first pet or something like that. I mean, that's most of what people are buying those $100-$300 snakes. Most of them
Right.
are going to pets, and that's totally fine with me. But they're going to want a
And-
pretty pet. They're not
yeah.
going to want a
Exactly.
normal,
Yeah.
looking
Right.
snake. So
Well, I think that that's actually, I think people should take note of that, and that is the way to do it, especially if you didn't come into this with $300,000
right.
and you're just putting out, snakes that you have to X $5,000 for. Um, but also, um, I think that, like, I don't know how to say this really, but like having a couple like you guys doing it is actually really good, because there's one person that's gonna shut you down when it comes to doing stupid things, but then there's another person that's the hyped up, people get more people and get more snakes into people's hands thing. I think that it's kind of a good thing. I could see you guys arguing a lot though.
Oh
I could definitely see that happening from time to
yeah. Oh
time,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
So we have a lot of our show snakes are just the offset of what we don't want to keep from the projects that we've got going on. We all our holdbacks, and then everything else is just going to shows. A lot of it is not worth us to hold back or to
Right.
sell it, wholesale or something like that. But then we also have a few project or not projects, but a few clutches that we did specifically for the shows to sell, like some of the banana clutches or like Azanthic pies and things like that,
Mm.
specifically for shows to help bring people to the table.
Right, right. Well, and the bananas are always going to sell. The bells are always going to sell, no matter what
Hmm.
show you're at.
Right.
Um, have you considered using Palm Street to do any sales or not yet?
No,
Mm.
no, we haven't.
Have you?
He's put a few on the morph market auctions,
Mm.
um, but people don't want to pay what things are worth. They want to wait and just get, cheapest price possible on those auctions. So nobody's going to bid until like the last minute and just get
Well,
it for the
right,
lowest price that's posted.
but doesn't it make you think that it was never worth that to begin with? Then.
Um, yeah, some things,
Mm.
but like recently, um, we had he did a wholesale package as an auction item. So we put 7 snakes together that are all relatively normal snakes.
Mm,
Had some hets in them, but they weren't worth, $300. So
right.
we put them all together, and we had to auction it off twice, like two different times, because the first time it just the person bid on it and then realized, oh wait, I didn't need this. So we
Right.
had to put it back up for auction. And we had somebody offer us straight up the amount that we had it listed for as an auction item.
Hmm.
But I was like, but that's the minimum bid. Like, why would I accept your minimum bid when it's still got 3 days left on auction, and maybe somebody's
Right.
going to bid out more? Why
Right.
would I accept that?
Right.
I don't know. It's just,
But I think it's the newer people have to understand that selling 10 snakes, at a wholesale price isn't really selling wholesale, right? like
no.
like wholesale would be, because they're buying 100 lots of ultramels every year,
Right.
or every month. Petco, is still getting $200 for a normal. How are they doing it?
Yeah.
And because I think it's because people that aren't in the hobby, they don't know what morph market is. They don't know. That's why there has to be like more outreach on on things like that. Like I said in my last video, Palm Street got 2 million people on it buying plants, which means that they've never seen a snake on auction before. So imagine they do see a snake and you're introducing them to that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a guy that was on there who did a live with plants. Now I don't know shit about plants. Okay, I mean I don't think there's anything different from the plants they sell at Home Depot than the plants that they're selling on Palm Street. But apparently they're fucking A is because this guy he did a 3-day auction and made $19,000
Oh my
on it.
gosh.
Yeah, yeah, and on plants, right? So so yes, some plants are only spending $30 to $100, but I'm shocked that there's plants going for $100. I would never pay $100 for a plant,
Yeah.
Um, so I just think that there has to be new ways because people don't want to just look at a picture anymore and bid on something with zero interaction with the person.
Sure. Oh, and that's why I like the shows.
Hmm.
I like that
Yeah.
interaction because you
Yeah.
can you can do a better sale right there, hands on with the snake in their hands. Let them see their mannerisms. Let them hold the snake and feel their little personality.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
that's what I think. Palm Street is the next best thing that you could do because you could interact with the person, you could ask questions to the person, you're seeing a
Hmm.
live animal. So I think that, and for all the people that are saying snakes don't work on Palm Street, it's been under 6 months, man. All right, give it a chance to actually for them to get some kind of footing, because that's what the gecko people.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at Sammy. Sammy will put an expensive snake in a person's hands for free if he knows that that's going to grow the hobby. Sammy just don't care, and Sammy is packing heat, man. Thank you, Eric B. Yeah, definitely do that. Hit that like button. Um, also join the Patreon. All right. All right, Laura, you got anything special coming up in the next 3 or 4 months?
We have the Nashville AARPE in October. We have um, our local pet shop. Ah, fuck it's us. Jesus, I can't even think of what it is, but it's a local Huntsville Expo, um, for November, and then we have St. Louis in November as well.
Okay, so you're going to be busy,
Yep,
right?
and we have a bunch more snakes coming. So watch for
Brian
Morph
Bodie
Market.
working Palm Street. Good deal, Brian. Um, yeah, you guys should try to get on Palm Street. You guys got that vibe, that family vibe that people like.
Yeah,
You don't look
well,
like a drugged out biker that that does this
well,
on his off meth time.
that's because it's my 9 to 5. I have to look professional,
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. All right.
at least somewhat professional.
Well, Well, are you working from home these days or no?
I do work partially from home. Our office doesn't have enough space for everybody to be there every single day, so I have to share a cell with my coworkers. And so he's at home some days, and then I'm at home the other days.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So there's no plan to do this full time.
Not yet. Nope.
Don't say
We
that.
make good money, so I
Yeah,
ain't
that's what I'm
complaining.
saying. Just be like, no,
Yeah. I'm
never.
not
All
I'm
right.
not turning down my good money right now
Yep.
for doing this full time. It doesn't bring in enough cash
Yeah.
yet.
Thank you. All right. Lori
No,
isn't a
Brian, I'm
librarian.
not a librarian.
Not tonight, baby. All right. All right. Lori, thank you so much for doing this. How could people get in touch with you?
Follow us or message us Instagram, Facebook, Gray Family Snakes. Email grayfamilysnakes@gmail. Um, I think that's really about it. I don't think we don't have too much of a big presence on TikTok, so don't bother us on there. I'll never
And
check
you
it.
don't want to give out your phone number, right?
No, you cannot call
Yeah,
me.
that's crazy. That's
No,
fucking crazy, right? The people
sorry.
that do that. Yeah.
Send me messages and I will answer those. I am pretty fast at responding to social media.
Yeah.
So
And every now and then she actually accidentally sends a picture that you shouldn't get. So it's awesome. Anyway,
only if
Lori,
you're special.
that's okay. Lori, thank you so much for doing this. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw you backstage, and I'll be right. I'll be right with you. Okay.
All right. Bye, guys.
All right. Lori Gray, I fucking love her. They've been a supporter of the show since the beginning. All right, and honestly, can't say enough nice things about them. All right, guys, if you feel like getting behind the scenes stuff, exclusive access to different videos, different storyteller series, join the Patreon, patreon.com/the Fat Man Nation. We're going to have a celebrity Zoom call within the next week or two with Megan Goldwasser, the morph marketer. So hop on and ask her any questions that you may have. In order to get on the celebrity Zoom call, you got to be a paid member of the Patreon. But the small tier is $5 a month. All right, come on. I think I'm worth $5 a month. I'm definitely not worth 50, so don't pay 50. And the regular open Zoom call for reptile keepers, we had one last night or Friday night. All you got to do is join the Patreon on the free tier, and you can come hang out with a bunch of cool people. There's as soon as you sign up, you get a link to the Discord. There's always a lot of fun stuff going on there. And listen, like and subscribe and follow on Instagram and everything else. Thank you, everybody else, for great Hot Chick Sunday, killing it. Nice there, Mike Duval, right? Fucking love Mike. Anyway, guys, we will see you back here on the 1st, where I'm going to have Jeremy Turgeon on, Brassman Reptiles. I mean, this is an awesome dude, fellow musician. We're probably going to be talking a lot about that too. Jeremy's been doing it since Jeremy goes back to nerd days. So thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys on the 1st. So we're just going to play the little dumb bumper, and then we're getting the hell out of here. So thanks again, guys. Take it easy, man.